Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. The first proper official episode of the new comeback series. So this is going to be a long one, so grab your coffee or whatever it is that you drink. If you're a tea gal, get your tea, grab some popcorn if your plan allows it, and sit back and relax because I have a lot I want to cover. So I have a big chunk of news to share with you in this vlog, and I will keep you waiting because this kind of news deserves a decent build-up. But obviously if you don't want to hear anything else I want to say and you just want to get to the good part, I will put a timestamp somewhere on the screen so you can skip right to it and hear what the big news is. First, I want to take it right back and share with you why there was such a big silence on my channel, why I suddenly stopped filming, and everything that went on behind the scenes while I was away from YouTube. First of all, I just want to say a massive thank you for all the support since I came back, and for all my subscribers not leaving the channel when I stopped filming. I am extremely sorry, and I will be making it up to you now. But yeah, so the last video you would have seen from me before this series was just a meal prep video back where we lived in my boyfriend's place, my boyfriend's parents' house. And since then, a lot has happened. I think the biggest thing then was a couple of weeks after that, we moved into our own place. We finally have our own apartment. You know, things just got so hectic. I obviously wasn't in my own home, and I just thought filming wasn't very ideal in there with just so much people, and I didn't want to be getting in people's ways and, you know, respect their space. But also I just started to have so much going on work-wise. Obviously I still work my full-time job alongside my coaching and posing business, which is growing rapidly. So I had a lot of work on my hands, a lot of client shows, coaching clients, photo shoot preps. For the first time this year I have taken on photo shoot prep clients, and I prepped 4 of them successfully, so all of them by the way, 4 of them successfully for their photo shoots, and they looked absolutely insane. I do have all the results up on my Instagram if you want to go give me a follow there and see what I do as a coach. So life was very, very busy in that aspect. On the other hand, I started and finished in this space of time the J3U Coaching University course. So I am now officially certified. I'm a J3U certified coach. So that was a very long course. I think it took me about 6 months to complete. It's literally the ins and outs of bodybuilding and prep coaching, especially bodybuilding prep coaching, because that's where I do want to go in the future, and it might be happening sooner rather than later. I think I will have a client that I will be prepping for a show very, very soon, start of next year. So that is going to be very, very exciting and very big for my business, a very big step. Photo shoot prepping was definitely a big step on its own. So pairing that with bodybuilding coaching is going to be a massive step for me. So I spent a lot of time studying, all my evenings, days off, 4 a.m. early mornings. I was studying wherever I could, sometimes even studying in the car at lunchtime at work, and during my cardio sessions I was just studying wherever I could to get that course done and not have to stress balancing 3 jobs and a course. So that is out of the way. I do have my diploma. As of this week I also have another diploma. I am a Compact accredited posing coach. So those of you who are competitors, you probably know who Compact is, who Compact are. They are probably the biggest distributor of posing heels in Ireland, UK, and a big chunk of Europe too. And they rolled out a posing shoe school. So anything about posing shoes that you need to know, I know. So now, not just posing, I can make sure you bring a flawless presentation to stage. I can teach you posing, sass, flow, everything. But I can also advise any competitors on any issues they may have regarding posing heels, any scenarios that could happen, literally everything from athlete health to heel health, because that is really, really important too. A lot of people don't realize that they could be great posers, but their choice of shoes is really limiting their abilities. Like certain criteria of certain federations, certain heels might just not allow for those kind of poses or transitions, or maybe the heels just aren't suited to the competitors. So now, yeah, since you last saw me properly, I have 2 certificates under my belt, which is absolutely amazing. Very, very proud of myself and how hard I have worked over the last couple of months. But that doesn't mean I'm about to stop. If anything, I'm just going to keep leveling it up. But yeah, so let's bring it back to what I was saying. So I obviously wanted to share the big news with you with my certificates, and yeah, work was busy. So that's part of the reason why I completely stopped filming. We're definitely gonna need a few of those coffee breaks. Back to it. So why did I stop filming? So obviously I was pretty deep in the off season when I stopped filming, and life got boring. In terms of putting out content, life got boring. I was doing the exact same thing pretty much every week. I was, you know, Monday to Friday, I was at work. After work, I was going to the gym, I was doing my cardio, then I was doing my meal prep in the evening, and I was doing client work when I came back home then from the gym. And when meal prep was done, I was sitting at the laptop till 10 p.m. usually, getting up at 5 the next morning, just working. That was Monday to Friday. Saturday, pretty much the same thing. Get up, get my client work done, go to the gym, meal prep, weekend over. With obviously we did have a few things in between, like we went and did this, we went out for meals and things like that. Like, I am fairly happy with how that chunk of the off season went. I've definitely put on a little bit of size. We did do a mini cut at the end, and the physique is looking a lot different. I've definitely built up some areas, but there is still a lot of work to be done, which I am still working away, obviously, and I will continue to do so. But I will be talking about future plans in the second half of this video. So yeah, so life just got boring. There was literally no more content for me to put out. Like, I've shown you all my training, I've shown you all my foods. Like, there was nothing else that was happening, and I just didn't want to A, bore you guys, and B, just put out content for the sake of putting out content. Because I feel like the last maybe 2 or 3 videos on the channel of the last series were just really forced. I didn't enjoy filming them, and I just don't feel they were very, I don't know, informative, educational, entertaining. They were just boring, in my opinion. I watched it back, I was like, yep, that's boring. So maybe I shouldn't even have put them out. Maybe I should have stopped before. But especially the last 2 videos where I myself found them boring. I saw the views go down. I was like, yeah, it's time to cut it off. It's time to take a break. And as I said, with the amount of work I had, there was no time to edit these videos. I am not in a position to hire a videographer and an editor. I was saving a very long time to even buy this vlogging camera, so I'm definitely not in a position to be hiring editors for my videos. And there was simply zero time to edit these videos if I wanted to make sure my clients are getting 100% from me, which is my key priority. Like, my key priority is to make sure that my clients always get 110% from me, no matter where I am in the world, no matter how busy I am with my other job. They cannot feel that. So I felt like editing was just taking way too much time away from work. And especially with the course as well, I just wanted to make sure I am putting in the amount of effort into my studies. So YouTube unfortunately had to take a back seat, but hey, I'm back. I'm back, and I promise I'm not going anywhere this time. There's going to be so much happening, and I definitely do want to document the second half of my off season, because it's just going to be so different to what we've been doing the last 2 years pretty much. Like, everything has just taken a 180, which I will get into in the second part of the video. Water break. This is your reminder to hydrate and caffeinate for the soul. Another reason I stopped filming was probably the fact that people just don't seem to enjoy other competitors' videos and other bodybuilders' videos when they're not in prep, when they're not absolutely shredded. And I don't know why that is, because I feel like the off-season journey is just as exciting in a way, seeing all the food we eat, how hard we train. But I think the majority of it comes down to, I think it's younger maybe people that like to take inspiration from bodybuilders on prep, how to get to that level, how to get so lean, and they just take the wrong kind of inspiration from these videos. And when they start to see that these people are not shredded anymore, they start to put on weight and they don't do anything exciting, they're like, yeah, it's time to move on and find somebody else that does all the fun stuff. So I feel like that as well. A lot of people, a lot of YouTubers that are competitors and bodybuilders seem to relate that their views massively go down in the off season because people just don't find it so interesting, even though it is. It's just because a lot of people just don't actually, sorry, I need to get comfortable. A lot of people don't actually take the time to watch these videos properly and see what really goes on in a bodybuilder's life, whether they're in the off season or they're on season. So a lot goes into the off season. Like, remember, prep just reveals what you have, and in order to reveal that, you need to work hard in your off season to get there. And I'm yet to carry out a perfect off season because I'm still young, and you know, I've had my bumps in the road, which if you've watched my channel, you know about all the bumps in the road. I'm very open and honest about them. And we went into a mini cut for Dubai, and again, just like any prep, my body was not responding at the very beginning for a solid 4 weeks out of 10. So we did lose about 4 weeks of progress there. But in the end, we kind of got there. We got there in the end. I felt really good on my holidays, which you would have seen. Obviously, make sure to click back and watch the Dubai vlogs. I talk a lot about my approach to holidays, managing food whilst being away, and obviously I'll show you a good bit of Dubai and what we got up to there. So they're very fun videos to watch, and you probably won't be seeing those kind of videos for a while from me, so make sure you do go back and enjoy them. Honestly, I think that is pretty much it as to why I've been so absent and what's been happening. To summarize, I was studying a lot. Work was hectic. It still is, but obviously I'm not studying a whole very extensive course anymore, so I do have all the hours that I put into my studies at the time. I have this time to put into work in YouTube. It's definitely not time to chill. I still have no time to chill, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So I definitely do utilize that time that I have now for clients and for YouTube. And what else? And to be honest, like, my boyfriend and I were just kind of enjoying moments by ourselves, not having a camera in our face every weekend, because I mainly film at the weekends because I work. So, but obviously I think the biggest thing for us was probably moving by ourselves into an apartment. I might give you a little tour one of the days. It's very small, it's cute. It definitely does us for now. It does the job. It does the job for now. We are looking to make a big move at the end of next year, which I will talk about maybe in this video, actually, maybe in the second half of the video, but I don't know. I might save that for another vlog. But we are looking to move at the end of next year, and we do have a destination in our mind. It will not be in Ireland, so that's definitely going to be very exciting when the time comes. But for now, we just need to work away, save a lot of money, and make our dreams come true. So speaking of making dreams come true, let's get into the second part of the video, shall we? I had to take a break. I had to get my thoughts together for the second half of this video because let's fix that backdrop. Yeah, I got a new backdrop for my check-ins, but I thought it'd be fitting because I'm literally in my bedroom. The bed is there. Yeah, I did say the apartment was small, didn't I? Anyway, let's get into the serious stuff. Oh, I don't know where to start. So I've been hinting on Instagram and the last 2 videos that a big change has taken place. If you can hear some noise in the background, my boyfriend's doing dishes. Apologies. This is really annoying me. Was this like this the whole time? Oh my god. Ignore. So those who have followed my journey the last 2 years, 3 years, those who follow me on Instagram, those of you who know me, you know who my coach is. My coach, Michael Geary, who I've been with since the very beginning of my bodybuilding journey. He prepped me for my first ever show that I won, and all these shows after that, a couple of them I won, some I did very bad in. But after 3 years, I have made not an easy decision to leave Mike, to leave Equalize Coaching. It was a very difficult decision to make. I spent probably about 2 months really battling with my thoughts, trying to figure out, am I making the right move? But then again, will I ever know until I make the move? Was it the right move? I was taking on a lot of feedback and advice from my boyfriend, but also my dad, who was very, very involved in the process. Like, my dad has been one of my biggest supporters since day one. He is the person that brought me into a gym when I was 15 years old. So naturally he takes a big part in decision making regarding this as well, and I really do value his opinion. So yeah, Mike and I are no longer a team. I am no longer coached by Mike. So that's kind of number one. But obviously I know you are dying to hear who I'm with and why the change, what's going to be happening. So before I even tell you who my new coach is, I'm going to get comfy and just tell you that, because I know people are going to start saying there's drama. There is absolutely zero drama here. And I know you're probably upset to hear that because people live off drama. There is zero drama. Mike and I are amazing friends. We are family, and we've said this for a very long time that we are family, and that's where the problem was. After 3 years and us building such a strong relationship, it just got way past the point of coach-client relationship. Like, we are family. I literally see Mike as my second dad sometimes, and it just affected a lot of decision making on both sides. Like, emotions were taken into account where obviously they shouldn't have been as a bodybuilding coach, but I know he was looking out for me and my mental health, which he has helped with a lot over the years. But I'm somebody that needs a very strict routine. I need a strict regime, and I need a coach that will not take my bullshit. Which with Mike, I just knew him so well. I knew my way around him. I got away with things. I sometimes was doing things he didn't know about. Kind of making up my own protocol sometimes without actually even consulting it. And yeah, as I said, we just got way past the point of coach-client. We became family, and I decided that we should leave this relationship like that. Let's be friends, let's be family, but let's not work together, because you shouldn't work with family. Anybody that has a family business will tell you you shouldn't work with family, and that's what happened here. Like, I still value Mike so much. I am so grateful for everything he's done for me. He taught me a lot of things, a lot of lessons. He made my dreams come true. Like, he got me into the world of bodybuilding. He made sure I had some success under my belt during the course of those 3 years. And for that, I will be forever grateful. But it just came to a point where I felt I needed more. And I felt like that was the right thing to do. And right now I can safely say it was. I just came to a point where I turned 24 2 weeks ago. I turned 24. I am no longer a junior competitor, and I'm just realizing that my goal was slipping away from me. And this is the time where I need to put in more work than ever to get to the top, because that's where I want to go. I'm very open about the fact I want to be an IFBB pro, and I know I will be an IFBB pro one day when my time comes, whenever that may be. I'm not saying it's going to be this year, I'm not saying it's going to be next year, it might be 10 years down the line, but I will not stop until I get there. But I just felt like this is the moment that will make me or break me, and I just needed more. So, who's the new coach? I love this suspense. It's like you're watching the Olympia and they take like 10 hours before actually calling out the first place. But okay, let's get into it. So I am officially a part of Team MK Coaching. I am coached by Kuba Sylvester Chelin. Yes, that's how you pronounce his surname, by the way, for those of you who don't know. We're both Eastern Europeans, so. Yes, I'm coached by Kuba Sylvester Chelin, Team MK Coaching, that he runs with his wife, Megan Sylvester. And I have never been happier. It's been a full week since we fully started on plan. So I started about 2 weeks after Dubai, just because I got really sick after Dubai and I just wanted to make sure I have a solid starting point with Kuba. And why Kuba? Well, Kuba is an incredible coach. His knowledge just surpasses any other coach that I know in the industry. His years of experience, the results that he produces with other clients and himself. Like, for those of you who don't know, he has been coaching himself pretty much up until now, with allowing Megan to kind of be involved in the process, but he's pretty much coached himself. He's been to the Olympia. His wife is going to the Olympia this year. He has clients that have competed at the Olympia that are going to the Olympia again. And he, as they say, he spits out pros. And I've been following his journey for a very, very long time, like probably 2 years or so. And I've always said it. I've said it to my boyfriend. I've said it to my family. I've said it to people that are close to me that are involved in what I do. If it ever came to a point where I have to change coaches, I want that coach to be Kuba. So in a way, I am making my own dreams come true. And this is what this year is about. This year is about growth. This year is about investing in myself in order to get closer to my goals. And that is the big step that I've taken. As I said, very, very difficult decision. But worth it. Honestly, I'm going to be honest here. I'm literally spending all of my savings and all of my money is going into coaching with him. He's an expensive coach, but rightly so, because his level of service is definitely worth the money that he charges. But on top of that, I just have a lot of expenses in terms of supplements. Like, my health is very well looked after right now. And I'm also investing into my business. So expenses are high. I am struggling a little bit, but I feel like it's going to be worth it in the end. So yeah, Team Kuba. I've put up a few question boxes on Instagram asking people, do they know what the big change is? Because obviously I have been teasing. And a lot of people said new coach. 2 people guessed that I am with Kuba, just because I posted a picture of my new macros on Instagram without the logo or anything, but just the sheets. So 2 of their clients knew exactly who I'm with, that follow me on Instagram. And yeah, it's honestly crazy, but trust me, this decision didn't come lightly. I did a lot of research before making the decision. I talked to Rebecca Farrell and Darren Farrell over in Dubai. I was messaging Kerry Sexton, who I know is with Megan, and I was kind of looking at his other clients, obviously following his YouTube very closely. And even though I was thinking about other coaches, it all just always came back to Kuba. So I was like, okay, I can't wait any longer. I know what I want to do. It's time to inquire. So I inquired right before we went to Dubai, got my response when I was in Dubai, and then I just got sick. So I ensured my place was being held for when I'm back. And then we started last Friday officially. Yeah, so today is Sunday the 18th. So we started the Friday before last. So it's been over a full week on plan, and the changes are absolutely insane. Like, I thought I was a bodybuilder all these years. Kuba is very quickly proving me wrong. I'm literally learning everything again. I'm learning how to train again. I'm learning how to eat properly again, and it's absolutely insane. Like, what he's done for me in a week is more than anybody has ever done for me in probably a year. Like, I was going to go into another diet. I wanted to tidy up my physique after the holidays, because I wanted to start prep in January. So the timeline has completely been shifted, which I will talk about in a second. But just upon reading my inquiry, he could tell exactly where my relationship with food is and we all know it's not the healthiest of relationships. I still have my struggles. Even though I have been controlling them very, very well, that doesn't mean they're still not there in the background and that they don't alter decisions that I make, because they do. So he was like, no, we cannot put you in a diet. You actually need to build a healthy relationship with food. And boy, I went from having 4 meals a day to 6 meals a day. I went from eating 1,200 calories to eating 2,700 calories on a leg day. So I have 3 days. I have lower days for leg days. No, I have high days for leg days, medium days for upper, and low days are rest days. So it ranges from 2,700, 2,400 and 1,900 on a rest day. This is the most food I have ever eaten in a controlled manner in any phase in my life. And I'm a bottomless pit. I can eat. I can eat a lot. And these calories are defeating me. I am actually going to show you. I'm still quite lean. Like, if you look at me, I still got some definition here and oh, look at that delt. Still got some definition here and there, but I am constantly full. Like, I literally walk around like this. And I messaged him after the first couple of days on plan. I was like, I am so bloated. He's like, we need to learn to distinguish the difference in being bloated and just being full. You're not in pain. You're not bloated. You're just full. And I'm just not used to that. I'm not used to the feeling of being full. Because in the past, I was either starving or I was way past the point of full when I was binging. So being actually full is a complete different feeling. Something I am not used to. And it's definitely a shock to the system. I mean, going from 4 meals to 6 is already a shock to the system. Another approach we have is I am eating a lot of fruit. Like on one of my days, I think I have about 800 grams of berries in a day. I literally have fruit with every meal. So A, to help my satiety, obviously more volume for less calories, but also just help the uptake of carbohydrates. Because if you pair fructose from fruit with glucose from other carbs like rice, potatoes, bread, it actually helps the uptake of carbohydrates in your system. So that's what we've been utilizing with most of my meals, but it's just a lot of volume, so I'm still adapting. Now rest days, which is today's a rest day, it's definitely easy. I'm actually a little hungry in between meals, but when it comes to leg days, I'm literally sick with food, and that's something I never thought I would say. It's incredible. Another thing just regarding food before I move on to training and stuff like that in my timeline, I have IBS. You know that. I talk about it all the damn time. I can't have dairy. I can't have beef. So I get my plan back from him. And both Greek yogurt and beef are on plan. I message him. I'm like, I'm sorry, Kuba. Like, I can't have that. I have IBS. He's like, trust me. It's been over a week now. I've been eating 300 grams of yogurt every single day and 100 grams of lean steak beef every single day with 0 digestive issues. I haven't had a stomach pain. I haven't had any indigestion, any painful bloating. How? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Could it be the fact I'm eating so frequently? Could it be the way the meals are structured in terms of the volume of fruit that goes with every meal? I honestly don't know. I'm yet to figure it out. So it's definitely interesting. I've been loving the food though. I'm loving the plan. 6 meals a day, as I said, was a big adjustment. But I haven't even had any cravings. I'm eating potatoes twice a day. I'm eating rice. I'm eating eggs, chicken, beef, nut butters, yogurts, oats, cream of rices. I will do a full day of eating probably in the next video, so do stay tuned for that. So yeah, that covers food, and training is very intense. I'm on 4 training days right now, 2 lower days, 1 upper day, and 1 glutes and lat session. And let me tell you, I'm learning how to train again. I have never trained with this precision, with this intensity, and just the way the sessions are structured. I will definitely take you along to the gym a couple of times because these sessions are definitely worth showing. I have been posting a lot of clips on my Instagram, so make sure you do follow me and check out there, because I do post most of my sessions after I do them. And I get feedback after every session. I send him 2 clips per session, and he literally gets back to me within sometimes 2 minutes, sometimes half an hour, never the next day. And his feedback has just been so precise and so valuable that I have been learning a great deal in my training alone. So that covers that. Definitely a big change to my routine as well. I am no longer getting up half an hour before leaving for work. I am getting up at 4:30 a.m. and I'm going outside to do 4,000 steps. That is a daily part of my routine now, and as hard as it was in the first couple of days, I'm starting to enjoy it. Now, is getting up at 4:30 a.m. every day easy? No, definitely not. Living in Ireland where it rains and it's windy all the time, yeah, it doesn't make that easier either. But the way I feel when I come back home, I'm going into work and I'm awake, I'm energized, I'm not falling asleep at my work desk. It's crazy what it's done to that aspect. And yeah, I do get tired a bit earlier in the day, but at the same time, like, you know, I come back, I train, I get my work done, I get my meal prep done, and I'm in bed for like 9, half 9 these days, rather than staying up and scrolling through my phone. I've got a new supplement to help with sleep as well, so sleep quality has definitely increased as well. So overall, a massive change. Everything has taken a 180. Food is completely different, output is completely different, intake is completely different, my whole daily routine is a lot different. And just my mindset in terms of everything, like, I've really been enjoying it. I've been loving the process. I've been loving the structure and the detail, the attention to detail in everything, the precision of everything. It's crazy. Like, it's only now that I actually feel like a bodybuilder. And it's only week 1. So I know I still have a lot to learn, and there's a lot of exciting things going to be happening over the next couple of months, which I definitely want to bring you along. So just to finish off, I will tell you kind of what Kuba has planned for me. So first of all, I might just pop up some check-in shots somewhere here, just to see where we are actually at. And so it is currently week 2 of the improvement season. So as I said, we were going to go into a cut, but then he was like, no, I think you are ready to just go into a building phase. Like, you are lean enough. We do have a good starting point, and main thing is we need to fix your relationship with food. I'm just going to go into my client sheets and I'm going to whip out the timeline so I can tell you exactly what's going to be happening over the next couple of months. If it loads. There we go. I might pop a picture on the screen as well. I'll scooch over. We'll pop the timeline here on the screen and you can have a look. So we started on the 6th of August, or that week anyway. There was the Friday that week. So my check-in day is Monday and we start on the Friday. So you see we have a 16-week improvement phase. So bulking phase, if you want to call it. Why am I constantly out of focus? Okay. 16-week improvement phase until the 19th of November. We are then going to go into a mock prep for 14 weeks. And yes, you're seeing this right. I will be in a mock prep over Christmas and New Year's, and I'm going to Poland to visit my family. Definitely not something I predicted. But to be honest, it was bound to happen eventually. I was bound to be on prep over Christmas. I got very lucky over the last 4 years that I haven't been. It's just unfortunate that the first year that I'm going home for Christmas, since I've been in this country for 16 years, this is the year that I'm going home and I'm in prep. But it is what it is. And I'm sure Kuba will allow for at least a Christmas dinner, considering it is a mock prep and not prep. But the reason we're doing a mock prep, obviously Kuba doesn't know my body very well. He doesn't know how my body responds in dieting phases, how hard I'll need to be pushed, how hard my physique will need to be pushed, obviously. So this will tell us a lot before we go into an actual prep as to what my protocols could be like and how my body responds. At the same time, after a 16-week improvement phase, it'll be good to just see, to get to a leaner standpoint, because if we just did like an 8-week mini cut, it really wouldn't tell us as much as like a whole 14-week prep will. It'll tell us a lot as to have I made the improvements, and how much improvements I still need to make realistically with the time that we have. We then go into a reverse diet for another 12 weeks until the 20th of May. And obviously, if you know, after a prep, your body is so sensitive, it's also very optimal to put on muscle. So we're definitely going to utilize those 12 weeks very well to keep a leaner baseline. I would say keep a leaner physique, but still try to make as much improvements as we can then until we go into prep on the 27th of May 2025. So we're probably looking at about end of September, October, November shows. Obviously undecided yet. I did tell him if he feels we need to wait till next year after next, 2026, if I'm not where I want to be, I'm more than happy to do so, because as much as I love competing and as much as I love putting up prep vlogs, I do not want to step on stage again if I will not be competitive or feel like I could be competitive. But as I said, the mock prep will definitely tell us a lot and just reveal my strengths, my weaknesses, and what needs to be done before stepping on stage. And I know I'm in the right hands. I know he'll know exactly what to do. And this is what I love about this process. There is literally no thinking involved from me. I get my plan and I execute. Anyway, we're about to finish this video anyway. So this is the big news you've all been waiting for, especially everybody on Instagram follow me. You've been dying to know what's happening. So just to answer a few questions that I got as well, I think the biggest question, because I put up a question box, I think the biggest question was regarding the coach, to be honest. People kind of had a feeling as to what's going on. So let's just go into them. Some questions are the same. So a big question was, new coach? Yes. I think I answered that. Going for pro one day. I definitely will be one day, just not yet. No, I'm not getting married. No, I am not moving to a different category. There's a couple of questions because everybody has been seeing how much I've been training legs lately. No, I am not moving to wellness. I just have very shit glutes and hamstrings that need a lot of work, so that requires a lot of leg days. But no, I will not be moving to wellness. I just have a new coach. And you're taking prep clients. I'm taking photo shoot prep clients. If you are looking to get into the shape of your life and document in front of a camera, make sure you do pop me a message. Just head over to Instagram, and there is a link in my bio and in the description here if you do want to either apply for my coaching or you want to pose with me if you are a bikini or wellness competitor. But I think this video should end here. I think I've covered absolutely everything, and here is where I need your input. If there is anything you want to see from me and the journey that I'm about to go on, obviously I will be sharing as much of it as I can physically. I do want to bring you along the whole ride, but if there's anything specific you want me to cover in the future videos, you know what to do. Pop it down below and I will make sure to do my best to answer your questions and show you whatever it is you want to see. I do have a couple of videos planned, like obviously full days of eating, my new morning routine, my new supplement routine, probably some gym sessions, and yeah, it's going to be a fun ride and I'm excited to take you along. So again, thank you so much for your support while I was gone, and thank you for your support right now. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. Please like this video, make sure to comment, chat to me, and head over to Instagram and TikTok. Follow me there under my screen name somewhere, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao!